And it is the Spurs who have won the tip.
The Spurs this summer have done a lot of things really well with the offense.
24 points per game, a product out of Memphis. Bryant from the same spot.
I love that.
It falls.
What did I say?
Goes off the dome there of Minix. Sims, 1-on-2, kick out. And Simpson rattles in the 3-ball.
KJ Simpson can really score the basketball. Played for Tad Boyle at Colorado, high school ball at Chaminade in Southern California, and Carter Bryant at it again.
You can't even finish on one shot when you got Bryant already hoisting it at the other end, his second 3.
And Jones Garcia is a great story here, but for the Spurs organization and where they want to be and where they want to go and who they're counting on, they're counting on number 11 in black.
Ryan Kalkbrenner.
When you're trying to hit a moving target.
Knipple splits the D, high off the window in his first bucket. Shot clock's at 1, gotta get it up.
Got it.
A 7-0 run here for the Hornets. Jones Garcia pulls up from 3.
Whew, he needs no room.
And that's why he leads this team this summer in scoring.
Yeah, you talk about all the selflessness you want. You know what he's delivered? Points, buckets, over and over and over again. Great pass by Knipple.
Left it right on the rim for Kalkbrenner.
What a great summer league he's had. And to play his way from what would have been a second-round pick into a first-round pick.
How about that rebound? Jones Garcia to put
he's strong. To finish my point on a guy like Nick Clifford. 5 years in college, he would have been a second-round pick. He stays, continues to show his versatility, and because of that, plays his way into a first-round pick.
Simpson Jr. trying to wheel and deal. 3-ball, short. And Dennis with the board. Does not have numbers. Inside the flush. Osifo.
If you come to Vegas and you don't have a good time, that's on you.
Good battle inside, fighting for position, and Mangus now comes away with the ball.
And that's in a loaded Western Conference. Now, are they back to the point where they're going to be a favorite in the West? Probably not this year, but they're moving in that direction. And a young piece like Carter Bryant, I mean, that is just crazy. And you talk about a work ethic. The year he won the MVP trophy, he was working at UCLA. He was doing 3-a-days. Speaking of threes, he needed this game to feel kind of back into his rhythm at the offensive end and showing his full capabilities. And speaking about capabilities, he had to come off the bench and play his role and sacrifice some of his game. Well, now you got to expand it back out.
Whoa, give me that! P.J. Hall says not today. I feel like the stigma around playing the G League is no longer there. Guys understand how valuable the G League can be as a tool to develop. As Knipple goes back door and lays it in off the pass from Baugh.
But Knipple with a great cut.
Nelson passes it off, and Hall with the swipe down gets the steal. It is a very cool, intimate setting that has grown here in Las Vegas. Diving baseline. Just taking bodies with him. P.J. Hall only has 4 points.
Doesn't matter.
Both of them have been dunks. And he stopped the putback there. And he commits the foul on the second attempt. He's still laughing on the bench, telling the stories to his boys. Now we found that lane wide open and took some people on a ride with him. Ingram, that set shot, and the 3 falls.
You know, a little bit undersized as a forward, but can really rebound the basketball.
Another 3, this time it's KJ Simpson. What are your impressions of seeing him in his couple games here in the Vegas?
What I liked about Cooper, and I was able to sit in the perch up there and kind of have an end zone seat. What I liked about him in day 2, and I talked to a scout after day 1, and I said, what do you think? He goes, yeah, he's got to get better going to his left, right? His left hand. And it almost made it feel like in game 2, he made a conservative effort. Like, you know what? Well, I think it's twofold. I think there's either, are you looking at him on a 2-way contract, which is basically an extension of your roster, you're allowed to have 3, or is he a guy that you can bring on as a...
As we talked about Dylan Harper being drafted 2nd overall, and he came out by saying, we're going to make the playoffs. How good can this Spurs team be with everyone being healthy?
Yeah, it's interesting.
A 9-0 run here for the Hornets to extend out this to a 10-point lead. Bradley Beal, 2-year, $11 million deal with the Clippers. He had one of the worst contracts in the NBA that they've made. Is there another move out there that they might be looking at?
I still think they need some backcourt depth. I think, you know, they're still the best available out there. One as far as from a guard position, not the restricted group here like Josh Giddey. I think that he could give you probably the most value of any free agent out there.
Has there been anybody this summer that has opened your eyes? Wow, off the window. Damian Ball, okay. And they did that with P.J. Hall on the bench getting the breather. And now he's back on the floor setting the screen here. Ball with a deep one. Hit one off the window, and he says...
In basketball, we're seeing one right now. Remember, that point differential so important for both of these two teams.
Oh, little up and under from Ingram to avoid P.J. Hall. 4 on the shot clock here for the Hornets. 1 second, gotta get it up. Simpson, and everything is working for Charlotte. Hard to believe, but Charlotte had just a 1-point lead in the second quarter. And a nice take to the bucket. Nelson Jr. gets it plus the foul. Winding down, it's at 2. Ball has to force this one.
Really good defense by the Spurs. They're starting to tighten it up. That's 4 consecutive
Bryant with the 2-hand finish. Did it hurt you to say USC?
No. First school to recruitment.
No bad blood between USC and UCLA.
Conk Nipple, beautiful.
Sneaking free, gets the bucket and the foul. DJ Rodman.
Jared McCain does it.
Basketball.
Jared McCain does it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
The whole TikTok thing.
I wish guys would just go back to signals. We got pitch comm issues all the time in baseball. Finding P.J. Hall with a rip-through sky hook.
He should have dunked it.
Yeah, but he behind the back pass from Knipple, and Hall pays it off at the rim.
The frustration is overwhelming, and you have to credit the Hornets for their activity and how they've done it.
P.J. Hall. That score is correct. Both these teams undefeated. But it is Charlotte putting the clamps on here. Carter knocks down a deep one. So that's why even with this lopsided score, there's still a lot on the line for Charlotte to prove here in this fourth quarter. Offensive rebound, Spurs. How about the English to get that one to go for Riley Minix?
But you at least want to secure one of those 2 guaranteed spots.
Jones Garcia behind the back pass. He'll find Ingram. And the Spurs not going away. Jumping it up. Walker Jr. off the tip. Knocks down the 3. We've seen this before. Jones Garcia finding Ingram for another 3-ball. Sneaky on that baseline, Simpson Jr.
If you lean too much, he's going to exploit you.
Oh, spin move behind the back. Osifo couldn't finish it. Ingram waits for the flyby, sets his feet. That is 3 threes in a row for Ingram.
Good ball movement. Keep to the effort in which you've shown in the first 3 quarters.
Knipple showing the soft touch on the turnaround, Jay. And when I saw you hop over the chairs, I said, Sean Farnham, let him know.
The funny thing is you're slowing down the read, thank God, because I was trying to slow down my breath.
Trying to clinch their spot in the playoffs here in Vegas. And another 3. This time knocked down by Walker.
24-point lead, need to stay above 21.
Ball, free throw jumper. That'll help the Hornets because the Lakers will take the floor next. And a lot of Lakers fans starting to make their way here inside the arena. Carter with the offhand goes window. Final seconds, the half-court heave off the mark.